Welcome back to the channel, YouTubers. This is Randy Dupree from the Wanderlodge Owners Group, and got a lot of sarcasm going on. People are some younger guys that didn't understand sarcasm, I don't think so. But I'm sarcastic, and I love it. And if you don't like sarcasm, you might as well go to the petting zoo or find a bunny somewhere or something. But anyway. Carol's laughing at me in the background. We're down at our beach properties. You can see in the background, this is our shower, outside shower, and this is our dining table. And anyway, we just want to talk about antifreeze this morning. Antifreeze has been on my mind because of how friggin' cold it's been for the last week. And a lot of people in the South don't use antifreeze, and I bet they wish they had some this time. But anyway, they use water a lot of times, just nothing else. And I know you northern guys can't even fathom that. But the thing about antifreeze is there's orange, there's red, there's green, there's car, there's SUV, there's motorhome, there's diesel. God, there's so many choices of antifreeze. How do you even know? And some reds mixed with greens, they say, and some greens are good for this and some are that. Makes you crazy. Just makes me crazy. I like green. No matter what they say about how good red's supposed to be, I just like green antifreeze. You know, for eons, that's all we ever used was green antifreeze, Prestone. You know, you didn't even ask for antifreeze. Just went in and said, give me a jug of Prestone. And we ran it in diesels, and we ran it in gassers, and we ran it in everything, and one antifreeze did it all. So I don't know what changed that we have to have all these specialty things, but I do know that if I was General Motors, I would have my own special antifreeze, and of course I would have all the propaganda saying that this is the only thing you can run in a Chevy engine because everything else will do something. I don't know what, but you know, think about all the cars General Motors sells, and if they could sell you all the red special orange, I guess it is, special coolant, well, hell, they'll make a ton of money off that alone. So I see that's a great marketing plan on General Motors' part, and I guess Chrysler, Ford, everybody's got their own special stuff. But you know, I read and I see, I'll look at a lot of internet stuff, and I always read the antifreeze threads because it's better than even battery threads or tires, because everybody's got an opinion. And my grandfather did this, and he always used this, and he didn't use antifreeze, he used oil, and he, you know, it's like, man, it's kind of humorous. It's good entertainment. People get pretty angry and opinionated about their coolant. But thinking about Detroit diesel, everybody, well, you can read some of these experts that say you gotta use this, whatever it is, I don't know the names, but it's red, and it's the only thing. If you have green, you got the wrong coolant. Well, you know, they've been building Detroit diesel since probably the 30s, and there was only green antifreeze back in the 30s. So what changed that all of a sudden, you know, in 90 years we got to have a special red antifreeze? I don't get it. I'm trying to figure this out, but I'm not real smart. But I still don't get it. So I still like green. I like green. You can see green when it drips on the ground, and you know immediately, hey, that's antifreeze. That's some Prestone leaking out of my bus. Red, you go, what is that? Is that engine oil? Is that transmission fluid? Is that power steering fluid? It's just hard to figure it all out. But I like green. The military uses green, all their stuff. John Deere uses green. Kubota uses green. Detroit diesel uses red. I don't know what Cummins uses. Probably red too. But I use green. And I know my motor's probably going to fall out of my bus and bounce off the road and hit a car head on tomorrow because I got green fluid in there. But then it not only is the antifreeze a huge topic, it's what do you mix with it? Do you buy a 50-50, or so you want to pay 12 bucks a gallon for water? Or do you want to go buy some distilled water or deionized water, pure water, tap water? Obviously bad. I mean, it'll stop your pipes up. I guess some places that have real hard water, maybe maybe tap water it'd be a problem, but all my life I've used tap water, and I've never really had a corrosion problem. I ran a fleet of trucks. I ran the shop for a fleet of trucks for 10 years, and we used green antifreeze and everything. We had cars, trucks, forklifts, diesels, gassers. We bought drums of Presto. We used it in everything. We never had a problem. The only two trucks I ever had a corrosion, you know, the stalactites or whatever they are in the radiator, plugged radiator up, was an International, a DT466, and it never ran hot, but the top tank cracked, you know, around the solder joint, and it was building up too much pressure in the top tank, and it cracked the solder joint. So we took the radiator out of that, but and then I had a Ford truck with a 360 in it. This was like a 73 or 4 Ford truck, and we bought a company, and this truck came with the company, and so we didn't have any history on the truck at all, and it had a plugged up radiator. But that's the only two out of over 100 vehicles I ever had in that fleet that had a radiator issue. We used tap water, and we used Presto or green antifreeze. So, but I was on the water thing. So I was reading just this thread just the other night, because it's so cold, everybody's concerned about antifreeze and coolant and freezing, and oh my, the sky is falling. So they were talking about water. So this one guy said he uses dehydrated water only. Dehydrated. And think about that. And then another guy came right back and said he uses hydrated water. And of course you can't use water from a water softener because there's salt in it. I don't think really, I think the salt in the water softener changes something in the water, but I don't think it's in the water. But I don't know that because I don't have a water softener. I use tap water. But, and then another guy came in and he said that he uses rainwater. That's the best water for your radiator to mix with your red, blue, green, orange, whatever coolant. You have to have rainwater. In the South, that'd be pretty easy to get. But I could see places like maybe Vegas, well, probably not so easy to get rainwater. I don't think you can buy rainwater in a bucket or anything, can you? I don't know. Man, it's a funny thing. And this last thread I was reading the other night about the rainwater and the hydrated water and the dehydrated water and the DI water and the soft water and the hard water. That thread got closed because it was too much controversy, which I thought was funny as hell. But anyway, so what do? I don't know. But I do know this. A couple months ago, I saw some antifreeze on a government sale, U.S. Army antifreeze, and I bought 275 gallons of it. Well, you know, buying bulk, it's always cheaper. You know, you always buy a case of beer instead of 2, right? Anyway, 275 gallons of Army surplus antifreeze, and it's green. $1 a gallon. I guess I'm in business for a long time. I won't have to buy any antifreeze, and I sure ain't gonna buy any red. I don't like red. I put the red in my little SP 71 SP that I put a 8.3 Cummins in. I flushed it with, you know, pure water, DI water, rainwater, and what other kind? Oh, dehydrated water. I put some of that in there, flushed it all out, and then I put red antifreeze in it to the proper mixtures and all that. And I don't remember where I bought it, but you know, I get easily distracted. So this old coach sat in my yard there in my building for 3 years probably without being started, and I needed a sensor out of it for another coach I was working on because I couldn't get one quickly, so I stole the sensor out of it. When I unscrewed the sensor out of it, red jello oozed out of the hole. So that red coolant gelled up, sitting in my shop just from lack of use. I don't know. I didn't like it. It took me a couple days to flush all that mess out. But one good thing about it, I got to buy one of those borescope camera things so I could stick it down inside the block, took the thermostats out, put the little probe down in there, I put it in the radiator, and I flushed it till it was clean, and I flushed it with a lot of vinegar and water. Got it clean, I put green back in it. Anyway, there you go. Red, green, dehydrated water, or rainwater. Thanks for coming. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and stay tuned for more sarcastic videos. Thank you.